Hi, this is Jacek. In the previous episode, we walked together through the spectrum of sound, from the deepest bass to the air and space at the very top. Today I want to take that idea and make it even more practical, because not all music lives in the spectrum in the same way. Different genres ask for different balances, different priorities, different strengths. This is why a system that feels magical with jazz can feel flat with electronic music. Why a speaker that brings a singer into the room with you can make rock sound too polite. And why a setup that makes techno explode with energy can feel overwhelming with classical. So let's look at 6 worlds of music and what each one needs to feel right. Not technically, but emotionally, musically, humanly. Classical music is a world of its own. It asks for something that no measurement can fully describe: believability. When we listen to an orchestra, what moves us is the natural tone of instruments, the unity of an ensemble, the sense of real acoustic space unfolding in front of us. Classical music lives in the mid-range and lower mid-range, the body of strings, the warmth of woodwinds, the human quality of choral voices. It also needs presence for articulation, the bite of a bow, the clarity of a flute, and it needs the air region to convey the whole itself, the reflections, the distance, the quiet bloom of reverb after a soft phrase. Bass matters, but not the way it does in modern music. It's less about impact and more about foundation, a sense of the orchestra sitting firmly on the ground. For classical music to feel right, a system must be coherent, smooth in transitions, and generous with space. It must let the performance breathe. Jazz is the opposite of grand scale. It's intimate, personal, close. Jazz asks for tone, the color of the saxophone, the warmth of the double bass, the skin of a drum, the breath around the trumpet. It lives in the mid-range, the human area of sound, and in subtle shift of microdynamics. The gentle change of pressure on a piano key, the tiny accent of a cymbal played with a brush. A jazz recording can be quiet. It is emotionally detailed. Too much treble and the cymbals become harsh. Too little presence and the brass loses bite. Too much bass and everything feels slow. Jazz needs coherence. It needs the sense that the instruments are real objects with air around them and humans behind them. It rewards systems that sound effortless, at a low end, moderate volumes, systems that reveal nuance without shouting it. Rock is built for impact, not subtlety, not delicacy, impact. It needs bass and mid-bass for drive, kick drum, bass guitar, floor toms, the rhythmic engine of the music. It needs mid-range for guitars, the growl, the body, the distortion that carries emotion, not noise. It needs presence for the bite of snares and the edge of vocals. And it needs dynamics, the ability to go from soft to loud without strain, compression, or discomfort. A system that sounds beautiful with classical can sound soft with rock, too polite, too restrained, like watching a storm from behind a double-glazed window. Rock wants to move air. It wants energy it wants physicality. It wants the music to feel alive, not contained. Electronic music lives in a different universe altogether. It needs bass, real bass, not symbolic bass. Sub-bass that creates pressure, bass that defines groove, bass that tells your body that something is happening. It also needs control. Electronic music often uses light envelopes, fast transients, artificial textures that collapse completely if the system cannot keep up. And it needs clarity at the top, the shimmer of the synth pads, the delicate spark of high-frequency effects, the precision that gives electronic music its sense of space. This genre asks for systems that are clean, confident, and stable at higher volumes. Because electronic music reveals weakness quickly. Get the bass wrong, and the rest falls apart. Pop music aims for sound good everywhere. Earbuds, cars, small speakers, large systems. But in high-fidelity context, pop has clear priorities. Vocals come first, immediately. They must sit in the center, confident, clear, present. Bass provides groove, a sense of movement, a sense of modernity. Treble provides sheen, a kind of cosmetic polish. Pop likes balance. It doesn't need extremes. It needs a system that doesn't exaggerate and doesn't hide. A system that supports the mix without coloring it. Too warm and pop feels sleepy. Too bright and it becomes tiring. For pop, neutrality within a touch of sweetness goes a long way. Cinematic sound is its own category. It combines everything: the scale of orchestral music, the depth of electronic bass, and the dynamic range of live sound. Film needs full range, from the quietest whisper to the deepest explosion, from spacious ambience to sharp clarity in dialogue. Sub-bass extension is essential here, not as a luxury, but as a part of the emotional language. And dialogue must remain intelligible no matter what happens around it, which means mid-range clarity is as important as low-frequency power. Film sound is not about accuracy, it's about immersion, believing the space and the scale of what you're hearing. If you love multiple genres, you already know the truth intuitively. Different music touches different parts of your hearing, and no single system is perfect for all of it. But that's not a flaw, that's a freedom. Because once you understand what different genres need, where they live in the spectrum, what qualities they lean on, what makes them feel alive, you can begin making choices that match who you are and how you listen. No abstract best, not someone else's preference, your own. In the next episode, we'll look at the big question: why loudspeakers are built so differently? Full range, sealed, ported, horn-loaded, transmission line, open baffle, active, DSP. Not to compare them, but to understand the philosophy behind each approach and the compromises they choose. Because every design is a balance of priorities, and knowing those priorities helps you choose a system that aligns with your music, your space, and your tastes. Thank you for watching. See you in the next chapter. And until then, take a moment, slow down, and really listen.